Removed by moderator. Pine Ridge, South Dakota. My mother is full-blooded native, Ogallala Lakota Sioux from Pine Ridge, South Dakota, and also Navajo from Farmington, New Mexico, and she had alcoholism and drug problems, so it was a rough growing up. We moved a ton and stayed 3 steps ahead of CPS so we wouldn't get taken away, and we landed with family on the Pine Ridge Res for a few years when I was 14. Most depressing place I have ever been. It is basically 3 tiny neighborhoods, and each neighborhood has gangs that don't get along with. Cairo, Illinois, used to be a thriving city on the Mississippi River, but it's just sad now. Mark another one up for Gary, Indiana. I'm a social worker in East Cleveland, and my jaw hit the floor while driving through Gary. One home I drove past had no exterior wall, and I was literally watching a guy watch TV in his living room from the stoplight. Navajo Nation is absolutely depressing. Broken beer bottles on almost every square inch of the shoulder on the highway through there. I rode a bicycle through there in 2011, then I drove through there in 2025. It honestly seemed worse than I remember. It's like visiting the 1950s technology and architecture-wise, just a very sad place. Away from the state park at the falls, Niagara Falls, New York. Amarillo. Could smell it from miles away. Port Arthur, Texas. East St. Louis or Gary, Indiana. Super sketchy feel and look. Glad it was daytime. Shreveport, Louisiana is a city that needs a restart quickly. Just going through these comments. I lived in Memphis, Tennessee for 4 years. I grew up going to my grandparents in Jackson, Mississippi, and lived there for 5 years. I currently have a house 20 minutes from Gary, Indiana. I've seen some shit. Obligatory, Gary, Indiana. Unfortunately, it's true. It is quite the shithole. Post-apocalyptic hellscape vibes. I've visited many depressing and rough places in the US, but Cancer Alley stuck with me the most. Cancer Alley is an 85-mile stretch along the Mississippi River in Louisiana, between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, known for having one of the highest concentrations of petrochemical plants in the Western Hemisphere. The region has become infamous for unusually high rates of cancer, respiratory diseases, and other health problems linked to toxic industrial emissions. Rawlins, Wyoming. Yuck. Jackson, Mississippi. Edit. I just meant it seemed run down and depressing. I didn't mean to imply anything about crime or race. Cahokia, Illinois is my close second. My local DMV. Edit. This stupid joke comment is getting more attention than basically any other thing I've ever done in my life. This is hilarious. Blythe. Right on the CA/AZ border. Whole town smelled like a used litter box. East St. Louis. Stockton, California. Parts of that city are pretty rough. I would be fine to never go back there. Albany, Georgia. Clear Lake, California. The lake is polluted and surrounded by meth heads. Philadelphia, WV. Midland, Texas. I took a wrong exit and ended up in Camden, New Jersey one time. Hilldale/Colorado City on the Arizona/Utah border. It was fine, just a very weird vibe. I booked a hotel there while on a road trip and saw maybe 5 people the whole time I was there. One was a grown man on a BMX bike with a pistol on his hip. Another was a dude walking 3 large German shepherds while also carrying a gun. Fort Hood/Killeen, Texas. When I was stationed there, I deployed to Iraq 2 times. During those 2 times, we had so many more people in my battalion killed at home than in Iraq. Murder, suicide, joyriding while high, crushed by a shipping container.